what's up, DTL Universe? It's your boy, the Coach, and this is your sports and sports betting brand of record. We like to call it Driving the Line. We're here every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and as you can see, we are outside of the friendly confines. We're on the road a big week this week for the brand in all of our different sports. For me, I'm in Florida, getting ready for the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Do not forget, later today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, live right here on this channel, me and the boys from DTL Golf break down everything. API, the next signature event. Then, of course, I'll be on the call on ESPN Plus on PGA Tour Live Thursday through Sunday. Now, we're also the most transparent show in all of sports betting. And yesterday, let's take a look at how we did. Can the Sacramento Kings please do something? Not our best day. That would have been a completely different day. Kings were up 4 2 minutes ago, and they couldn't hold on. So, unfortunately, Z-Man 0 for 2. My parlay doesn't hit. Bucks win. Kings do. But that's what happens. But we tell you all the time, money management, one subpar day shouldn't affect you at all. Now, excuse me. You already saw my partner. You already saw the 5-tool player. Let's bring in my main man, getting ready for a busy Tuesday here at the brand. And shout out to Austin, brand new member. And AB, I got to tell you, we've been so excited because next week starts officially championship week. And we're going to have a ton of live streams for all of our exclusive crew members. I think we're probably going to go live, 3 or 4 days next week? We got to figure out the schedule. But I know for you, you're a night out. You're looking forward to that.
Oh, I cannot wait at all. First off, Austin, congratulations. Welcome to the crew. Second one, Coach, you're exactly right, man. I cannot wait. Yes, night shows, all in on those. We're going to have some fun.
That is your sweet spot. Real quick, today is the day you drop your This Week in Baseball, correct? 2 p.m. today?
Correct. Yep. 2 p.m. Eastern today. We're going to break down the brand new college baseball rankings, look ahead to what is not as difficult, quote unquote, as a weekend as we had last week, but a fascinating one because we're still in non-conference play, have a couple tournaments going on, and then some weekend series like Kansas State, Tennessee, right? Like we're going to have some fascinating matchups like that. Yeah, going to be a good one.
It really, really is. Also, if you are a crew member, you know already that Howie Schwab has his surprise teams up there, his teams to watch, the Blue Bloods. Later today, we're going to tape a brand new episode because in March Madness, AB, you can actually bet on props on players, which normally you can't really do in the regular season. So Howie has said that will drop later today as well. Yes?
Hey, I'll tell you what, I can't wait for that. And I'll tell you, we must be close to March Madness because last night, just a personal betting that we had here on the show, we lose the Duke NC State same game parlay by 1 point. We needed NC State to get to 65. They score 64. But then later in the evening, we hit Idaho State, Montana over by 1 point. So it goes to show you these books, they are market efficient.
They're getting very, very tight. All right, the crew is always ready to vote. What are our choices today, sir?
4 good choices from 2 games. All right, college basketball. We've got Alabama on the road in Gainesville against Florida. So you have Alabama plus 1.5, Florida minus 1.5. And then you have the Suns on the road tonight against the Nuggets. Suns plus 9.5, Nuggets minus 9.5. Poll is in the chat. Vote now, and we will update at the end of the show.
I might have the Suns and Nuggets as part of my crew exclusive play later today. Who knows?
Who knows?
Quite the little tease. All right, let's jump right into it. We've got 6 wide today, but we're only bringing in 2 right now. It is time for the picks. Oh, it's Tuesday, so you know who's here. Our man, Howie Schwab, the legend, and, of course, Rafael Esparza. Nobody knows the numbers better than my man, Rafael. Rafael will get to you in a second, but Howie, I just teased your next segment. I got to tell you, I've got so many tweets about how much they appreciate all the knowledge you're dropping in our crew exclusive segments. Your third dropping later today. Give me just a little bit, just a little tease.
Well, we're going to talk about transfers, and the transfer portal has been so important in college basketball. We're going to give you 4 transfers to keep an eye on in the tournament, including one who's played in the final.
Look at that. That's a tease right there. Johnny in the chat says, Howie! That's exactly how we feel as well. Now, Raphael, big boy, I have a lot of energy, and I don't know how because I flew cross-country last night, but that's how much I love doing this show with every single one of you. So if you don't mind, sir, always great to have you here on Tuesdays. Start us off. What do you got today?
I'll go right to the NBA. Pels in Toronto. We're going to go with the under on this one. I posted up at 228.5. Hurry up and grab this number because the under money's being pounded as we speak right now. I just like the way the Pelicans have been playing defense. Their last 10 games, 7 of them have gone under the total. I'm impressed on how they're playing playoff basketball now. They do not want to play in this play-in game. Toronto's already planning for their summer vacations. Look for the Pelicans. This number is now 9. Pelicans -9 on the road. Defense wins this game for the Pels. Give me the under at 228.5. This one will be about 227.5, probably by tip-off.
All right, you go ahead and give me that second one. I like that college basketball one. We'll talk about it. Give it to me.
Kansas State, Kansas, the over 143.5. Here's another one. I don't understand why the public is betting the under on this one. Kansas last 2 home games, they've scored 97-78 against Kansas State last year. And then the year after that, 102-83. So at home at KU, they know how to beat down their little brother, K-State Wildcats. I think Kansas needs a big win tonight. They lost back-to-back games. Last time we saw them at home, BYU lit the lights out on them. I think they bounce back and treat little brother like a little brother should be treated. I think Kansas scores a lot of points tonight.
Just keep them right underneath the palm. How your thoughts on that over, sir?
I like it. I like it a lot. Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse, a different team now on the road. I know they lost to BYU, but I think Kansas will beat Kansas State and a lot of points.
Give me the Howie stamp of approval, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to go next because I'm playing right into that Pelicans game tonight. As you guys can see, Pelicans team total, I agree with Raphael. Right now, you can't count on the Raptors. I learned my lesson the hard way a few days ago. So I'm going to go team total because the Pelicans, their last 2 games, they've scored 123, 129. The Raptors, their last 4 games, have given up 120, 136, 122, 121. So I'm going to go over 119.5. If you bet at BetMGM, you can actually pick your number, and then the juice changes. So I picked 119.5 minus 115. Then I'm going to go Celtics -7.5 minus 115 because the Celtics have absolutely been on fire. How about these last 7 games? 140-88, 138-110, 117-99, 116-102, 129-112, 136-86, 118-110. Translation, Raphael, they've covered this number in 7 straight games. I'm going to lean into the Celtics laying 7.5 at Cleveland. Your thoughts?
Great number, 7.5. Even 8 is a great number because I think the public's going to be all over Boston, especially what they did. Everyone remembers what they did on national TV with the Golden State. The bettors will know that. Bettors will bet at that. This will be a big teaser game, a parlay game on the money line. This will probably close around 8.5. I see South Point over in Vegas already has 8.5. FanDuel has 8.5. That means the public is betting the C's with you.
AB, I get a little tear coming down my face whenever I hear Raphael talk about numbers, don't you?
It's the best. I mean, my man is dropping South Point out here. Like, this is a seasoned veteran in the game. Has all the numbers down.
South Point has the best hot dogs. If you were looking at sports, you look a great hot dog. Had the best hot dogs on the strip.
That's very true.
Raphael, why'd you have to go do that?
Sorry.
When we start talking about food, AB loses all focus.
Yeah, we'll be here for 2 hours.
Stop me, exactly. All right, Howard. I tell you what, I just feel like you get a little extra energy whenever we get to March Madness. It is March 5th, and you're going to be locked and loaded for the next 4 weeks, and we are here in the DTL universe for it. I see 3 big plays under your name. Talk to me.
Well, first of all, by the way, talking about the Celtics, no Donovan Mitchell. So I think that's a great play by you. I'm going to go with Illinois to upset Purdue, but it's not an upset. Illinois is favored. But Purdue, the number 3 team in America, they're going to get the points from Edey. But Illinois, with guys like Terrence Shannon, will step up. They need a win badly to improve their stock in terms of the seeding both in the Big Ten tournament and in the NCAA tournament. I like Georgia to beat Mississippi. Mississippi, not the same team on the road. And then finally, Providence, Georgetown. Here we go again. Ed Cooley against the Friars. Providence needs a win desperately. They're a bubble team. So I think we're going to see a lot of points in that game.
All right, Howie, I want to play a little game that you used to play all the time. And this one, you might be able to know where I'm going with this. I want to stump the Schwab right here, right now. Do you know what high school Illinois head coach Brad Underwood attended?
Yours.
My man. Boom, boom, boom. McPherson High School, McPherson, Kansas. His younger brother, TJ, was my teammate as we won multiple state championships. You can never stump the Schwab. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Stop. All right, AB. You know it's Tuesday. We know we got midweek baseball. We know there's nobody that is better than you. Raphael, Howie, myself, we're taking a step back. Floor is yours.
Well, no pressure, no diamonds there, Coach. It is time for the greatest sound in sports. That's it right there. We are going with, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going Tennessee money line, Oregon money line at plus 110. That is our first play. We don't get to play Tennessee all that much. Juice is usually around minus 900, but we get the opportunity today. And we saw it in the chat right here. Oh, man, I can't find it. You're right, Coach. It's tough to find. But
too many.
Oregon. Oh, Schwan right here says he's going to be at the Oregon Grand Canyon game tonight. That's going to be a fun one. Cannot wait to watch. Our second play, we're going to go Alabama money line, Stanford money line, TCU money line at plus 145. Alabama coming off that 12th inning loss the other night. They should be looking to bounce back nicely. Stanford, always a team that'll scare the hell out of you, but they are playing well. I believe have won 5 straight now. And then TCU is just a hitting machine. Love the way that this team plays aggressive, not only at the plate, but once they get on first base, son, they're taking second base. They are going to get themselves in scoring position over and over and over. So we're going to put those 3 together. And, Coach, just like we said, sounds like you at the plate, just mashing bombs. Let's put those 3 together, plus 145.
You're damn right it does. By the way, Big Cheesy says, I love the tank. AB, I think Big Cheesy has a birthday. I see everybody wishing him happy birthday this week.
Hey, Big Cheesy, happy early birthday, buddy.
Hey, if you want an extra added birthday present for you, Big Cheesy, just go back and watch that video we made for you last week. I watch it all the time because it's absolutely glorious. Because every single time I know the Chiefs won yet another Super Bowl. That's for you. Happy birthday, Big Cheesy.
Coach, by the way, so we had the bet going on the jersey, and we said if the 49ers won, that you were going to get a Jawan Jennings jersey, right? The 49ers one. I did a radio show with him, and I tried to lightly bring this up. I swear to you, he was a guest, and I was a guest, and I tried to bring this up. 5 seconds in, I realized no one had a clue what I was talking about. I was like, let's get off the interstate. We're just going to derail right now. It's getting confusing.
Are you telling me that not every single person in the universe watches our show every day?
I thought this was on in the 49ers locker room. Apparently not every day.
Apparently not. Now, I will tell you this, because me and AB were talking about it yesterday. Right now, we're averaging 75 to 100 new subs every day. You guys are amazing, sharing the word of the show. Absolutely amazing. This thing is growing so much faster than we ever could have imagined. So thank you to all of you. It's getting so big that we've got to separate our cappers because our soccer guys are absolutely on fire. And they said, I don't want to be on with Howie. I don't want to be on with Raphael. I don't want to be on with AB. I want my own segment.
Wait a second. I want to talk about Barnett. Dick Barnett's playing, right? The ex-Nick? I saw Jacob's picks. He's picking Barnett. That's Dick Barnett. Oh.
That was so good. That was so good.
So along those lines, it's time to bring in the dynamic duo. All righty. Here they are. And ladies and gentlemen, in your feed live right now, we have our Champions League episode. 2 big games later today at 3 p.m. Eastern time. The man from the Dirty Charles. Of course, Jacob is here as well. Gentlemen, I'm looking forward to those two games today. But lately, you guys have been on fire. So, Jacob, let's start with you because Howie just called you out. Give it to me.
Well, it's Tuesday. That means it's time for the lower league lowdown, and I am heading to English lower league soccer today. I'm starting with Ipswich, who is in second place, taking on 13th place Bristol. Ipswich, 5 out of the 5 last games have seen them hit over 1.5 goals for their team total. 8 out of 9 have also seen them hit this. Bristol have only won 5 out of their 17 away games, and they allow a ton of goals on the road. They've allowed their opponent to hit this in 14 out of their 17 away games. So I really like Ipswich to take it to this Bristol team and hit their team total over. And Howie, I love Barnet today, minus 0.75. That means if they win by 1, you get half of your bet back. But they are in third place, taking on a 13th place Rockdale. They're 11-3-3 at home. They're averaging 1.88 goals per game and only allow about 1 goal per game. They're 9-1 to their team total over at home. And Rockdale, no away wins in their last 7. They concede 1.78 goals per game on the road and have allowed over 1.5 team total goals in their last 7 away games. They did beat Barnet 4-2 back in September, so I think Barnet has revenge on their minds, and I like them to win and hit their team total over. I know it's a little juicy, but, Coach, you know what they say.
The juice is worth the squeeze.
Right.
I'm always ready for that, big boy.
All right.
Ready for that. Now, we have a little bit of an issue, however. Charles, I know what kind of competitor you are, and I would be remiss if I did not bring this up. Because yesterday, I'm on my airplane, I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I see somebody call themselves the hottest capper in the world. And I believe it's the man that's on the screen with you right now. How do you feel about the fact that he's taking claim to that when you, sir, have been about as hot? Are you shaking your head, Jacob? You didn't say that?
I said I said we are the hottest cappers in the world.
Oh.
I'm not leaving my guy Charles out. That's my guy.
All right, Charles, what do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, we're a team. It's always we. No I in we, Coach. I told you that from day one.
That's true. You did. Now, there is an I in actually, there's no I's in any of the teams that you picked today. So that segue sucks. All right, Charles, let's throw up the screen for you. You got 4 picks. I don't even know where these teams are, but I know this. We're all going to meet at the pay window. Let's go.
That's right. We're going to the England Championship with Leeds and Stoke. Leeds enter match day 36, 5 points back of Leicester in the table. And after a disappointing draw over the weekend, the hosts should have an extra bounce in their step. The Peacocks have also won 10 straight in front of their supporters while scoring 1 or more goals in 16 of their 17 home games and averages 2.2 team goals at Ellen Road. Stoke, on the other hand, sit in the relegation zone while having conceded 2 or more goals and 3 straight away to Leeds, and over 2.5 total goals has cashed in 4 straight over that same span. Leeds, they should come out firing early and often, so I'm going to take the Leeds to score in both halves and the over 2.7 full-time goals. Sticking in the England Championship, we have Coventry and Rotherham. We have another heavy home favorite in need of a positive result, with Coventry only winning 1 of their last 4 league matches and were shut out versus this Rotherham side 2-0 in the reverse fixture. Rotherham, meanwhile, sits last in the standings, losing 7 straight in the championship while conceding 1 or more goals in 11 straight. Much like the Leeds match, I anticipate a strong Coventry effort from the opening whistle, with 10 of their 11 league matches having 3 or more total goals. So I'm also going to take Coventry to score in both halves and the over 2.7 full-time goals.
Better days ahead said there is an I in winning ticket. You're damn right there is. And I see a bunch of winning tickets from my dynamic duo. Gentlemen, thank you very much. And do not forget, we'll have tomorrow's Champions League special episode in your feed. Subscribe, like, share this channel. We'll be recording that with the dynamic duo after the show today. So we got you covered there. Gentlemen, thank you very much. All right, it is that time of the show where we like to educate. Howie and Raphael are back, gentlemen. We got 3 three big topics today. And Howie, I'm going to start with you. Topic number one. Now, Gilbert Arenas on a recent podcast, he was asked about LeBron James, who recently went past the 40,000 point mark. First player to ever do it in NBA history. So I went back and looked. He played 7 seasons in Cleveland, 4 in Miami, 4 more in Cleveland, and now 6 in Los Angeles. But here's what he said, Howie. This is what I want you to respond to. He said that LeBron James has not done enough in Los Angeles to warrant a statue outside of Crypto.com arena. There are currently 7. Do you think LeBron James deserves a statue outside of their arena for the Lakers?
Well, when you look at some of the guys who do have statues, I mean, they're incredible. However, LeBron, just for going over the 40,000 point mark in LA and all he's done for that team, I mean, without him, that team would be a disaster. So I think it's okay if they put a statue there for LeBron.
See, that's kind of where I was landing. Raphael, 40,000 points, perhaps top 2 player of all time. Does he deserve a statue in Los Angeles?
Yes, but asterisk, I think if you do put the statue out there, you have to mention he surpassed Kareem in a Lakers uniform and hit the 40,000 points in a Laker uniform. But everything else he's done for the Lakers, I say no. But those 2 big achievements, you have to put a statue out there. I always said the only statue he deserves is one in Cleveland. He doesn't deserve one in Miami. I say yes in the LA, but you have to mention those 2 big honors that he did in a Lakers uniform.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question he's going to get one in Cleveland for those 11 seasons. He finally brought an NBA championship there. But I also agree, guys. I think he deserves one in Los Angeles. He's the only player, and probably will be the only player for decades, certainly as long as we're going to be here, to have over 40,000 points. Just for that, I think he deserves that statue. Howie, very quickly, can you name the 7 that have a statue outside of Crypto.com arena?
Oh, God, you're making me think. West, Kareem, I assume Chamberlain, Kobe, Elgin Baylor, maybe. Oh, God. Wasn't thinking too hard. Oh, well, I'm missing a couple.
You got close. Raphael, you want to give it a shot? He got 4 of them correct.
Shaq.
It was Shaq, of course.
Yep.
Oh, God.
I can't think of the other
Yes.
the other one I'm missing.
Magic.
Oh,
shit.
Magic.
Hello.
How did we both begin
I
Magic?
would like to say Magic.
Oh, no.
Geez.
And not Chamberlain. Chick Hearn has the
Oh,
statue.
okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well
Chick
deserved,
Hearn.
Chick Hearn. Well deserved.
Topic number 2. There will be no Russell Wilson statue outside of the stadium in Denver. That is for damn sure. And the Broncos released their quarterback yesterday. And Howie, they're going to take on $85 million in dead money. But they had a quote. They said, "We are excited to improve this offseason and we'll have the flexibility to get better through the draft and free agency." But to me, they're just punting on this season. This is $85 million. This is like 3 good players, 4 good players that they could have. In your mind, are they punting on the season?
No, they're not. Because if they do well in the draft, they can get some young talent in at reasonable pricing and do okay. And the salary cap is so ridiculously high, I think they could still be a respectable team. I think this was a disaster, the Russell Wilson signing. And yet it's funny because someone's going to end up picking up Russell Wilson and getting a bargain.
You're damn right they are, because it's for him, I believe, Raphael, I saw $1.2 million is the league minimum for him, and that would be taken off the money that he would have made in Denver. But if you're a team and nobody else is bidding on him, then why would you pay him more than the $1.2 million to bring him in?
I agree on that. I believe they are punting this year. I think the talent that they're going to get in the draft and the talent they can get next year's draft, I think it will improve them next year. I think this year, mediocre team. Next year is when you see, wow, maybe that was a good idea to release him. Now, I don't think he plays again. I think there's only one team that I think will probably try to get him, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, which they announced at the draft or at the combine that they're going to stick with Pickett to see how he goes and maybe get him another backup quarterback to give us some challenge. Russell Wilson is not coming as a backup talent. The Raiders will be interested, but the Raiders really want to trade up to get JT Daniels from LSU. So if those two teams don't get him, is he going to come back as a backup? I think he's done. I don't think he comes back.
I don't think his ego would allow him to stand on the sideline regardless of how much money he's putting in his pocket from the Broncos. Now, speaking of money in his pocket, topic number 3. And this is always a big-time topic. For whatever reason, the Dallas Cowboys continue to be a big-time talking point for people, even though, Howie, they haven't done anything in 27 years. 1997 was the last time. So Dak Prescott was at a charity event with Troy Aikman last night, and he was interviewed about his current contract status. And, of course, he said all the right things. And he said, I think it's going to get done. It's important to the team, blah, blah, blah. He's on a 4-year, $160 million contract. His cap hit this year, $59 million. Now, here's the key, Howie. He has a no franchise tag in his contract. He has a no trade clause in his contract. The Cowboys have zero leverage if they want to keep him after next season. Should they?
Yes. Yes, they should. And for one reason alone, CD Lamb. I mean, to have Prescott throwing the Lamb and Prescott leading the team when he has a great year where he doesn't throw interceptions and he has his act together, he's a contender. But unfortunately, Dallas just doesn't win the big games in the playoffs. That's not necessarily all his fault. So I would say, yes, Jerry Jones will stick with him instead of trying to go out and find another quarterback. What's he going to do? Sign Russell Wilson? No.
Go
ahead, Rap.
I kind of agree with Howie right there. I think they have to keep him, and the way he played last year is the reason why they're going to have to keep him. Now, if he had a mediocre season or a bad season, then that's a different story. When you talk about this story, all you hear is dead money this, dead money that. I think if Dak Prescott wants to keep this crew, he's probably going to take a hometown discount, but I don't see him taking that hometown discount.
And see, that's where it's at, Raphael, and that's where I fall, is that you look at guys like Tom Brady or a guy like even Patrick Mahomes. He's redone his contract just a little bit. It's very team-friendly. And all these guys get pounded, the Lamar Jacksons, the Dak Prescotts, because they're taking the max amount of money that they can possibly get. Then they get to the playoffs, and they do absolutely nothing. If these guys want to have a legacy that's more than just we're very, very rich, they need to adjust their thought processes. And their agents need to do it too, because their agents want that max money so they get their max money. Gentlemen, well done on 3 topics today. If you're just joining us, I know sometimes you can't get in at 10 a.m. Eastern time and you still want the picks, a little bit of analysis. Well, we've got you covered. It's time for the whip around. Oh, and we go 6 wide. What a glorious, glorious screen I'm looking at right now. We do it in 15 seconds or less for each individual pick. So, Raphael, if you don't mind, start us off.
That's pretty easy. Pelicans, the Raptors under 228.5. Hurry up and get this because the number is dropping. And we're going to take Kansas over 143.5. Wait, because I think we're going to get a better number later. It's a late game.
Oh, interesting. So maybe wait a little bit. Follow my guy on social media, and he's always going to update things throughout the day. That's what Raphael does. Now I'm going to come to me. Celtics minus 7.5. Howie told you. Donovan Mitchell out tonight. I don't even care about that. 7 straight games, they have covered 7.5. And usually they're winning by 40. They are playing the best basketball they played all season long. Love them tonight in Cleveland. Then the Pelicans team total. I love that underplay from Raphael because the Raptors stink. We're going to go team total over 119.5. The last 2 games, they've gone north of this number. The Raptors, the last 4 games, have allowed more than 119.5 as well. Howie, I'm coming to you, big boy. Talk to me.
Okay, 2 home teams. Illinois to beat Purdue, Georgia to beat Mississippi, and then the Providence Georgetown over, Ed Cooley against his former team.
That is just so good. Howie understands how to get it done. All right, the man from the dirty. Charles, you got 4. Talk to me.
Yeah, England Championship leads to score in both halves. Leads Stoke over 2.75 full-time goals. Coventry to score in both halves. And Coventry Rotherham over 2.75 full-time goals.
Jacob, let's go.
Ipswich team total over 1.5. Barnet minus 0.75, and Barnet team total over 1.5 to take it to Rockdale.
And just like one of my old wrestling T-shirts said, why? Because he said so. All right, AB, bring us up.
College baseball, 2 money line parlays today. First one, Tennessee money line, Oregon money line plus 110, Alabama money line, Stanford money line, and TCU money line plus 145.
I love midweek college baseball. Howie in the chat. John says tailing Howie is a no-brainer. This is your time, big boy. They're feeling it. How do you feel?
I'm hanging in. I'm enjoying a lot of basketball. Though Texas Baylor last night.
Brutal.
Texas looked good for a lot of the game, and then Baylor came on. Baylor's going to be a team to watch out for.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to have a lot of live streams. Yes, Howie?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about them.
Looking forward to it.
Will we have a March Madness special? Yes. All of that with the legend right there, with Raphael, with those two. You guys know what I'm talking about. Gentlemen, well done today. I'm just playing. Do not forget all of these men right here will be part of your crew exclusive segments as well. Also, soccer is up right now over there, other side of our page, but you get it all from all these guys, some of the greatest cappers in America. Gentlemen, thank you very much. It is now time for the closing bell. AB, how about my man Matt? He says, this show helps my day get started on the West Coast in such a great way. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the picks. Let's have a day. That's exactly how I feel when I'm sitting in my friendly confines back home on the West Coast, sir.
Absolutely. And Matty Boy, 100%. Matty Boy's been with us since literally day one. Big shout out to our man.
You're damn right. All right, AB, we've got soccer exclusive on our YouTube page. We got college baseball exclusive on our YouTube page. We're going to have crew exclusive for our premium members. We've got everybody covered today. But what does the crew want to play together tonight?
Well, I got to give the crew credit. They covered me last night and everyone else on the show. Well done with that Duke pick. Today, they're going Florida overwhelmingly, over 40%. Florida at home, -1.5 against the Alabama Crimson Tide. So they're going with the Gators today.
Oh, Keith Jackson. I was actually, AB, on the field. One of his last games he ever called when Kansas State beat Nebraska. You remember this, the Michael Bishop era? And for the first time in 30 years, Keith Jackson was on the call. I almost got fired because we ruined $3,000 worth of equipment because our news director said, hey, Coach, how about you get down on the field when K-State wins? Great idea. As they rushed the field, tore down the goalpost, and carried them to Aggieville 2.5 miles away. Solid choice.
Well, you know what Keith Jackson said about y'all doing that? Whoa, Nelly!
One of the very, very best. AB, you're the best, buddy. Really good show. I'm going to miss you tomorrow and Thursday, but the Z-Man will be right here. Please take care of the Z-Man for me. Can you please?
Hey, I'll try. He's a wild man, but you know what? He's also a pro. I think he's going to do a good job.
You're damn right. It's going to be a busy week. We got a deep bench here at Driving the Line. All right. It's time for you guys to go out into the world. It's time for you to pay attention to everybody that's walking around. Be kind to one another. Lift everybody up. Share the show. Tell everybody you want a place where you can be valued, listened to, have a good time, laugh, educate, entertain, all that good stuff right here in the DTL universe. So with all that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the bay window. My Tiger, Lobo, Raphael, the man from the dirty, Charles, Jacob, my man AB, and never forget about the legend, Howie Schwab. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about right here every single day at Driving the Line. Good luck.